Hello YouTube, Mark here, Desirous Prime, with a bit of a different video log to usual. There's no Transformers reviews. This is nothing related to Transformers really. It isn't the Q&A. This is a video log about a new series that I've started work on. Because as I do, I have yet another idea for yet another new series, and my hair is really wild. So I'm here to talk about Dark Saviour. I don't mean the RCW Desirous Dark Saviour, because that is his announcer name in the WWE games. That is actually where I came up with the nickname. This is relating to DC Universe Online. I've seen a lot of posts on the forums, DC Universe Online forums, and stuff about people wondering why they play the game anymore. This is why I play the game still. I've been playing it a lot. That's why there's been no Transformers so far. There's been no Doctor Who the Mag this year, or anything like that, amongst other reasons. I've been playing the game a lot. It's fun. I enjoy it. There are problems, but it gets to a point and you ask yourself why you play it. And I play it for the story, not so much for the story the game itself offers, but for the stories that I come up with, the backstories for my characters. Excuse me. Little things like that. I RP the characters on another website. And I thought, I've been thinking for ages that I would like to do some kind of video project about it. My favourite TV show at the minute is Arrow. No questions asked, it's Arrow. The Flash pilot looks amazing, I've seen that. Constantine looks good. Gotham's alright so far. Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. I'm trying to get back into. All these comic book kind of superhero type TV shows. And yes, this isn't strictly a TV show, but you know what I mean. It's premise and all that shit. My main character on DC Universe Online is Desirax. It was Desirous, but for various reasons I'm not going to go into here, I changed it to Desirax. Kind of used to the name now. I don't really have to. I could revert back to Desirous if I wanted to, but it is Desirax, and I'm sticking with that. He wields axes as weapons, so it fits. And I've got different characters. I've got fucking parallel universe, multiversal versions of Desirax, and clones and cyborg enhanced clones versions of stuff, and family members and that. And I really want to tell those stories of these characters. And like I said, I've been doing it on an RP site, but I wanted to do it visually as well. So I had the idea to do a little series. And that series is called Dark Saviour. That would be his nickname. Batman's the Dark Knight, Green Arrow's the Emerald Archer, Green Lantern's a Green Lantern, Superman's a Man of Steel, etc., etc. Desirax would be the Dark Saviour. Name that stuck, like I said, that name came from when I was trying to string together a name for my WWE 2K14 character, and I couldn't have Desirous, so I went with Dark Saviour. Or Death Sarah, but I went with Dark Saviour. It fits, it works, it's good enough for me. It's kind of become more than good enough for me, it's become ideal, it's a thing to me now. And ironically, this whole Dark Saviour series didn't actually stem from wanting to do a Desirax series. It stemmed from wanting to do another one. If you've seen the Cougar test, basically Cougar Man dancing to the Miami Sound Machine, Bad Boy, only a few seconds long. It was at my birthday party, and the name Cougar Man was thrown out somewhere. Again, I'm not going into details, but I thought I could make a superhero out of that. Superman, Cougar Man, Batman, all that. And I want to do this thing where Cougar Man was trying to get into the Justice Realm, which is my league on DC Universe Online. I run that league, and I was looking where Cougar Man trying to get into it, but then I had the thought of, well, the Justice Realm is only a big deal to me and my league mate. in the grander scheme of things, to those half dozen people that might watch Cougar Man, they'll be like, what? Why is he so intent on getting in this league? What's the big deal about Deseracs and blah blah and so and all that? So I figured to start from the ground up. Do a series about Deseracs. Make it different to Cougar Man completely. This isn't even, but keep it in the same universe. This isn't even the difference between Arrow and Flash. This is going to be a lot different. So there comes the origins of the Dark Saviour series. I dropped the teaser. The pilot will go up tonight. Pilot's ready to go. It's not perfect. There are issues that I will probably do an accompanying video, like I did with the early series of Transformers and so forth. I'll probably do an early a video log to accompany it. Go through what I liked, what I didn't like, what I could do better. Stuff like that. Because I'm aware of the flaws in the pilot, but I do think it stands on its own. It serves its purpose. And let's face it, I'm not one of these big, well-known DCUO or even YouTube names. I'm a small fish in a fucking ocean. So I can get away with certain liberties, I guess, in the fact that not a lot of people watch my stuff. Therefore, there's less people to disappoint. Yeah, season 1 is 5 episodes, and then I plan on doing just a mini-series, test the water sort of thing, deal with the Brainiac situation. And then seasons onward will hopefully be 10 episodes where I can come up with enough content. It's not just about coming up with content in here, it's about coming up with content on the screen as well. I've got to work with what the game offers me. And that will be a reason for a lot of changes between this and the RP version. Neither version of this, I don't really want to use this term because it is an OC, it's a fan-made character, it's an original character, most of them are. But neither version, be it the RP version or the YouTube version, isn't canon. They're both canon in their own right. It's like, let's say Superman for example. You've got the Richard Donner, the Christopher Reeve films, and you've got Superman Returns, which follows on from those, and then you've got Smallville, which is different. Then you've got the animated series, which is different. You've got Lois and Clark, which is different. Man of Steel BVS, which is different. All different iterations of the character, but all canon. And as long as the core, the fundamental elements remain intact, then it can work. And that is what I'm going to have to do here. I'm going to have to compromise. Like in the RP version, the Joker killed Deserac's wife. That can't happen in the RP, in the video series, not the way we wrote it out in the RP. It just won't. We cannot do it. So there's going to have to be some creative difference, some liberties taken, some retconning. Again, neither version is canon in the grand scheme of things, but in my own canon, neither version isn't. They both are. It just is, difference between comic books and TV. That's how I'm looking at this. The RP version would probably be the comic book version. The Dark Saviour series would probably be my Lois and Clark. Well, no, I'm not even going to say corny because Lois and Clark. Yeah, so there will be some differences between RP and video, but the source material, the origin story is pretty much the same. It's just, I've messed around with it a bit, I've added stuff, I've had to alter things. Hopefully all the important elements, none of them will be removed. I just might have to work around it a little bit differently. And it gives me a reason to keep playing the game. There are some, what the hell is that? Oh, I'll get in there. There are some differences. There are some, no, I don't want to set Yahoo with my new tab. Shut up. it's a reason for playing a game in the sense that I've had to, in order to, because you can't have multiple characters logged in from the same account at the same time, I've had to create another character, another account, so I can have scenes of Desirax and Dad Taylor. That's his actual in-game name, Dad Taylor. That's his father, who will be a regular alongside. He's basically like Desirax's Oracle, but he's his dad as well. He's like his Diggle, but he's his dad as well and stuff, you know. So I can have those two in the same shot, so I've had to create another account, which I don't mind doing. It gives me a reason to play the game. It gives me a reason to go through the stuff that I've gone through countless times already. So I can get them leveled up, I can get the appropriate gear and the right outfits and the right, looks to make this work. Because if I bring a Green Lantern into the show, I want him to be wearing proper Green Lantern gear. If I bring, I don't know, another character into the show, I want them to be wearing the appropriate gear for that, for whatever their certain loadout and appearance is, what their role is. So it will be an ongoing thing. I cannot right now go ahead and shoot everything I've got planned because there's some work that needs to be done. I might have to create more accounts so I can have more members, more characters in the same shot at the same time. But some of those characters I probably won't need to worry about as much. So it's a case of we'll see how it goes. The first season is basically, it's just Desirax and Dad. That's all it is for the first season. So once that's out of the way, then I can start looking at the bigger picture and seeing what else I can add, what else I need to add, what else I need to do, and all that jazz. Just so I can, find the path. I'm already working it out in my head now. But once I've got the first 5 episodes, the first series, that season out of the way, then I can start really looking at things, figuring out what needs to be done to make this work. Like I said, season 1's a trial and error. I've got a set story. It still deals with Brainiac, and the thing is, the reason it's only 5 episodes is because there's not a lot of solo Brainiac content I can do. So I need to pick and choose. So that is why season 1 is only a 5 episode run. That's pretty much all I've got to say about that, really. It's going to be fun for me. I hope it's fun for others as well. I'm getting some support from some people on the forums, even talking about crossover with as a player, Burn Unit 81. He is USPS. I'm EUPC. There's 4 servers. You've got 2 for the PC, 2 for the PlayStation. I do plan on getting a PS4 at some point, and I've got this storyline, this idea planned out for crossover where I can go into the USPC world, PS world, and mess around in that. It's kind of like the multiverse thing. I do like the idea of the multiverse, and we will see multiversal aspects in the series as it progresses. And so I treat you've got Earth 1 and Earth 2, and for me personally, Earth 1 would be the EUPC, Earth 2 would probably be USPS. So that is I've got to go in a minute. I've got to answer the phone. But yeah, so yeah, Earth 1 will be EUPC, Earth 2 will be USPS, cross dimensions into a different universe, meet up with Burn Unit, and job's a good one. He does his own little stories, sort of like text with pictures, and they're good. I read them, and they're fun, and they're enjoyable. So it'd be good to work with someone, like that, who puts in his own creative time and effort to come up with his own stories and his own character background, and not rely on what the game gives you per se. And we kind of think alike in that way. And I'm hoping that other people might want to jump in and do something with me, and we'll, just build from there. I mean, this series can rely on just my characters and characters of the Justice Realm, but it would be nice to add some other people in, invite other people, because it would be ignorant to assume that I'm the only one in this story. It is my story, but I'm not the only one out there. I mean, there will be times when I will cross paths with other players, and they'll probably fly across my screen while I'm shooting a scene. So, other people are welcome to participate if needs meet. So that's yeah, it should be a fun experiment, a nice little project to do. None of anything else I'm doing has been cancelled. It's just, getting my head out my ass, and I need a PA. I need to organise this shit. Anyway, I've got to go and deal with this phone call. So, I've been Desirous Prime, talking about the new Dark Saviour series. Pilot's dropping tonight. You shall see me next time in the flesh and in digital.